Is it too much to fucking ask to be honest? To just say what your intentions are? If your intentions are to just fucking get naked and roll around a bit, cool, just tell me that. Then I get to make a decision for myself instead of this like weird manipulation shit. Like people just need to stop. I am 40 years old. I am 40 years old and this is why I am single. I am so done.
This is why the guys and the boys are jealous. They are jealous and angry of women. They're so angry that we get to be in our feminine energy of receiving. They want to be the ones receiving.
Liar!
They're angry that we have options. They're angry that we get asked out on a lot of dates. They're angry that we can get sex whenever we want. They're really angry that we get some free meals. And they want that. They want easy street. But the fact is, it's not easy dating your biggest predator. And that's what we're doing.
You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
Like, if you can't carve out an hour for me, then it's probably just not going to work out. But then to just block me, listen, it was going to go nowhere. It's fine. But I'm afraid of, being kidnapped. And I'm so wonderful that, of course, like, they would want to kidnap me.
No. Okay. No.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Women Dating Over 30, one of the most hilarious videos on the internet, gentlemen, as we're gonna start this one with a woman with a finger raised, ready to shout at us. You can see Ampu is already losing it just looking at her. So let's get started, guys, and let's find what are the universal reasons why most women nowadays are unable to date and to find a man up until their 30s and 40s. Let's find out.
There's a strong misconception in Canada that prairie boys are good boys, that prairie men are good, wholesome men who, know how to treat a lady. I was dating a guy from Saskatchewan, and everyone is like, oh, I just love prairie boys. I love boys from the prairie. They know how to treat a woman. No, they do not. At least this one did not. And I thought it was just me, but turns out this dude did exactly what he did with me with the next chick. Shocking. So we're hanging out, what I would consider and what I think dating, talking every single day. He's putting time in. We're going for walks. We're hanging out. We're going and doing things. We're going to Canucks games. We're hanging out. People know that we're hanging out. Our friends know that we're hanging out. We're in the same community, so both go to 12-step meetings. So everybody knew. I find out that after we've had conversations about being not doing this with anyone else, doing this together, that he had taken a job in Calgary. And after we've had all of these conversations, didn't tell me that he was moving to Calgary. Didn't tell me till after we slept together. Didn't tell me until months later, when he had known this the entire time.
Finally mentioned it, guys. She was starting with, after so many conversations, he didn't tell me, and she finally mentioned, after he smashed me and banged me for 100 times, then he didn't tell me. Yeah, why do you always omit that fact? Why, don't you start the video by saying, this guy I've been hooking up with for months at a time without having anything stable, didn't turn out to be so loyal and so beautiful of a person as I thought. So nice to know.
Anyways, this ended. Then I find out today that he was dating another girl after me and was telling his friends, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. He knows that he's moving away, and still hanging out with her and still leading her on. So if I had known that he was moving away, I would have never pursued it. I would have never started it. And he knew it. He fucking knew it. And he wanted to get laid. and all the
Exactly.
things. So he failed to tell me that because he knew that if he had told me, I probably would have ended whatever was happening.
Yes. In the same way that if you told him, hey, do you want to have a serious relationship? He would have fled. And that is why, in a lot of the cases, women don't bring relationships at the start. They expect to start with a hookup and then to sort of lure the man in, you know, with their body. Literally like a professional prostitute, if you get what I mean. Literally like a streetwalker, you know. So he did the same thing you did. You didn't secure the commitment up front because you knew that Chad, who is leagues above you, will never consider dating you. So, well, you know, you're on the same page.
Happening. Anyways, the guy is a huge POS, a massive POS. Is it too much to fucking ask to be honest? To just say what your intentions are? If your intentions are to just fucking get naked and roll around a bit, cool, just tell me that. Then I get to make a decision for myself instead of this like weird manipulation shit. Like people.
Guys, she knew. Of course she knew that that's all he ever wanted. If it was obvious that he wanted a relationship, he would have spoken about it or did something. Or if you felt secure enough that he wanted that, you would, you know, ask it. Like, I see that this could go somewhere. But she didn't, right? Because she understood right from the get-go that this man is not interested in her. So why are you lying to us?
People just need to stop. I am 40 years old. I am 40 years old, and this is why I am single. I am so done. But the PSA is, not all Saskatchewan guys are good guys.
Yeah, guys, so we are 40. We've had 20 years to find a man, and we haven't. We just haven't. I don't know if where this woman lives there are exactly 2 men. I don't know if maybe she's been locked in I don't know, in a tower, you know, for 19 years, and she just had 1 year to actually date. I don't know her story, guys, but you know, in her 20 years of being an adult, she didn't find a man. Now I'm gonna ask you this question: how many men do you know that lie or can have 2 girls at once, or you know, who act shady with women? How many men do you know that can pull that off? 20, 30, 500, 5,000? How many? And how many guys do you know that are looking for relationships, that are ready to give their whole life for their partners, that are, you know, thirsty for a relationship, for a girlfriend who they can take care of? Like, give me, you know, the proportions, gentlemen. Tell me the percentages. Like, it's always the same case with these women. They make it look like 99% of men in her area are this undateable men who just want to hook around, you know, and just treat her badly, lie to her, manipulate her. And of course, she misses out on the 95% of guys who will never do that and don't behave like this. But of course, guys, here is the kicker. The 95% of guys, they don't mean anything to this woman. She sees them as NPCs. She sees them as rocks, you know, like unanimated objects. Like, she doesn't see the 95% of guys as people. Just a simp farm for her, farm for attention. The only men she's attracted to are the 5% of bad boys that are leagues above her and will never commit to her. And guess what happens when you date men who in the first place were not interested in, you know, having something with you? Just shocker.
Guys.
US men in the Philippines are on easy mode. American women are on easy mode in America. And this is why the guys and the boys are jealous. They are jealous and angry of women. They're so angry that we get to be in our feminine energy of receiving. They want to be the ones receiving.
Okay, guys, so in advance, sorry for this video. I'm sorry. I know this woman is incredibly dumb, but just, you know, making sure the stereotype of blonde women being absolute dumbasses is true. Men don't want to be the ones who are receiving. It doesn't come natural to us. It comes natural to us to be providers. You know what we want? We don't truly want to receive. We just want some damn gratitude, you know, just an ounce of gratitude for the things that we do, you know, for the fact that we are the providers. you know, we are the ones from whom it's expected to provide, defend, make the woman feel secure. You know, we are the ones who have to do that, and we don't whine about it because we like doing it. But you know, we just like some gratitude in return. But what will this woman understand, guys?
They're angry that we have options. They're angry that we get asked out on a lot of dates.
Again, we are not angry. I mean, I think I can speak for all men. We're not angry that you have options. We understand how it works. We don't throw a pity party or tantrum about it. You know, what makes some of us, you know, concerned and probably frustrated is that with all the options you have, you still end up a 40-year-old miserable single woman blaming men on TikTok. You know, you have so many options and you couldn't do anything with them. Like the woman on the first clip, you've had 20 years and you've had so many options, probably in the hundreds, and you're still single. Like, how does that happen? Is it probably because of your high standards and your delusion? It could be.
They're angry that we can get sex whenever we want. They're really angry that we get some free meals.
I mean, why wouldn't you be angry about that, honestly? You know, you get angry when men found your ham wallet for free. Don't you get angry? So isn't it natural for men to feel used and manipulated when you lie to them that you could have something with them just to have a free meal and rob them of their resources and their valuable time? I don't know, guys.
And they want that. They want easy street. But the fact is, it's not easy dating your biggest predator. And that's what we're doing.
Biggest
Every
predator.
time we go out on a date with a man, we risk that they may stalk us, that they might grope us, that they might force themselves upon us, that they could follow us home, that we could get drugged and wake up the next morning in a strange apartment.
Holy
So
crap.
the men out there who
Yeah, guys, in fact, this is true. Like the other day, I was with a female co-worker, you know, just having coffee. This is before I raped her and assaulted her in public. And, you know, we were talking about this same issue, you know, how unsafe women are out there. Like, women are the prey, and we are the apex predator. Like, it's hard for me to walk on the streets without seeing women being, you know, assaulted, chased around with bows and arrows, you know, just hunted down like prey, you know. It's so often, guys, I barely see women who are not, to be honest with you.
who can't understand why women would want to be cautious and take their time getting to know a man before they become exclusive with them and before they become physically intimate with them.
Are we out here pretending that women wait around before they become exclusive and intimate with a man? Come on.
You don't understand because you've never been the prey, and you lack empathy to put yourself in our shoes and understand why we would be cautious. And I don't want to be with a man who doesn't have empathy. That's one of the things that separates us from animals. A loving person and a kind person gives with no expectation of return.
Ah, you mean the free meals, right? So we as men, we should just give out without expecting anything in return. That's really convenient. It's bad luck that it's not applied to men, you know, like we will, you know, get free things without having to give anything in return. It just applies to women. We're all right.
Besides basic human decency. And if you're giving, expecting something in return, then your love is transactional. It's not there to protect and to care.
Oh no, then all women on planet Earth, you know, go and chase transactional love because all women on Earth expect someone who can provide and make them feel secure. You know, why don't you stop this stupid TikTok, walk out of your house and go date the homeless person who lives under a bridge? Why not? I mean, you don't have to expect anything out of him. Why don't you date him? Or are you meaning to tell me that you wouldn't because you have some expectations, you know, and you expect things from your partner? Cool and be.
Care for. It's there to take. So y'all just need to deal with your jealousy and your anger issues and maybe start protecting women a little bit better and you'll get better results.
It's hard for me to control my anger issues having to watch this TikTok, to be honest with you guys. But this whole argument of the grape culture, you know, they name it culture, the grape culture, you know, it's like They teach it in schools, you know. Famous professors and philosophers give arguments defending the culture of raping women. It's just embedded in our culture to rape and assault women on a daily basis, and the police have no problem with that. The laws have no problem with that. It's not illegal. You can get out of your house and assault a woman on the street and nothing will happen. Trust me, guys, it's true, because we live in rape culture. It's one of the most clownish arguments, to be honest. It's like, how indoctrinated you have to be. Like, this is one of the top A+ ranks of, you know, just being an indoctrinated individual, brainwashed to the brim.
So seeing how everybody responds well to my terrible dating stories, I have another one for you.
By everyone, she means women, of course. Men never respond well to those stories. They just cringe and think, damn, what a fatherless behavior. Tell me, where did it all start to go wrong? But women like this, guys. Women like to be on TikTok and see other women fail. You know what? You know why? Because misery loves company. All these women are miserable. None of them can make it work. None of them can keep a man. They get played around. They get smashed around. And they have absolutely no control over their lives. So what eases their mind, instead of taking accountability, of course, is to listen to other women fail miserably as well. And they feel better.
So I'm going to start this off by saying I will never go to a man's house before I meet him. So like, say you want to meet, that's totally fine, but it'll be done in public. Never expect me to come to your house. It's wild to me that guys will assume that girls feel safe to meet them for the first time at their house. So I matched with this guy.
Guys, I'm gonna pause it right here because I want to mention something. Now, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her going to a stranger's house, whether that be a man or a woman, just a stranger's house. I wouldn't want that. You know, I agree with them that it's not a wise decision to go to someone's house or meet at a dangerous place when you don't know him. I absolutely agree. You know, what is the thing that keeps boggling me? Women, they always have a problem to go to a man's house on the first date. Yet, they don't have a problem to be going at 4 a.m. in the morning to clubs surrounded by strangers who also happen to be intoxicated and have used substance. Like, if someone can make sense of that for me, I would really appreciate it. You know, we have a problem with the things that are inconvenient to us. I don't want to go to his house because he just wants to smash. He didn't even pay the free meal for me, you know? But of course, we have no problem having our hard girl summers where, you know, we go to at 2 a.m. to one club there, and then at 4 a.m. we follow it up with another club, and we are intoxicated. We don't know what's happening. We are sleeping with strangers. We are surrounded by drunken people, you know. It's no problem, you know, walking at 4 a.m. in the morning on the dark streets. That is not a problem. That is absolutely fine. But the moment a man just wants to smash, and that is why he's inviting you to his house, then, oh, safety first, guys.
Are going fine. He was a bit sarcastic, and I really enjoy that. So already
Girls who are overly sarcastic are a red flag.
we were off to a good start. He asked me yesterday if I'd like to meet on Friday, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I know you guys are gonna come at me and say, oh my gosh, do not ever go to him. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I live in a very small town, a town that likes to talk. And until I'm serious with somebody, I just don't wanna be out in public until like I know what's happening. So I said I would come to the next town over, which is Wichita, which is huge. Lots of people, like, fine. So I ask, hey, what's the plan? Thinking he would just say, okay, hey, let's meet at this like bar and grill, restaurant, whatnot. That is not at all what happened. So let me show you what happens.
Okay, guys, so basically, she says, where do you want to meet? And he says, my house after my son goes to bed. And she says, honestly, no, yada yada, too much text. it's late at night, blah blah blah. And he says like a Chad, I understand, take care. You know, she says I don't want to, and he says I understand, dot, take care, dot, like a Chad. That's how you do it, guys. No long texts, no long ass messages of but why don't you want to, but what is going on. Don't be a crybaby. If a woman says no, just say, you know, I understand, take care. You don't have to be an a-hole. You don't have to tell her, oh, I hope all your family, you know, something terrible happens to them. Just, you know, you know, you don't want to waste your time, right? You don't want to waste your time with women. So when they show red flags or when they tell you I'm not interested, it's a good thing for you guys. You've just saved yourselves a whole lot of time. So respond like this, gentlemen. You know, I understand, take care. And she laughs because she realizes she lost him. Hope you find what you're looking for, she says. And he says, you too, you as well. You know, like, go F yourself. Just beautiful.
So when I stood up for myself and was like, oh, no, like, I'm not coming to your house late at night to meet you, and you tell me that you're not trying to hook up with me, that you just want to get to know me. No, guys, don't ever ask a girl to like come to your house after your son goes to bed. I don't think this guy's a bad guy. I think he's a very nice guy. I think he just, my issue is that everything would be on his terms. Like, if you can't carve out an hour for me, then it's probably just not going to work out. But then to just block me, listen, it was going to go nowhere. It's fine. But I'm afraid of, you know, being kidnapped. And I'm so wonderful that, of course, like, they would want to kidnap me, sell me into like this sex trade work. I just can't. That's just not about that life. Anyways. Hope you yeah, whatever. I don't want your wishes. Notice how she got really upset when the guy blocked her. It really pisses them off, man, when you don't give them that attention. And guys, this is why you should not cry after women or text them long things, you know, when you're trying to date. Guys, if this man texted her a long paragraph about please come, let's figure out something else, we'll be doing this TikTok laughing about him, you know, showing to the other girlies how big of a simp he is. But because he stood his ground and you know, when he fought for what his desires are, he absolutely trashed her. You know, because the guy, it may be surprising for this woman, but the guy is not dangerous. He didn't want to unalive you and make a stew for his son of your meat, alright? He was not going to kidnap you. Alright, he just wanted to smash. That is why he doesn't even want a date. He wants you to go to his house. He can waste 15 minutes blabbering some bullcrap before you get undressed and smash and pass. That's it, you know. That's what he wanted. You don't have to be really wise to figure that out. But of course, this woman realized that and didn't want to just hook up, which, hey, fine, you know, that's a good thing. I'm glad you stood your ground as well. But this whole argument, guys, of safety first, you know, like, if you apply that in all aspects of your life and you tell me, I don't want to go to strangers' houses on the first date, absolutely agree. But, you know, we never have a problem with that when it comes to receiving more attention from guys by going to clubs surrounded by so many people. You know, we never have a problem there. Or we don't have a problem to make the, you know, the exception for Chad. Yeah, if it's Chad, yeah, we can go to his house. Doesn't matter. At 2 a.m. in the morning, if it's Chad. But if it's all the rest, sorry guys, safety first. Not buying it. Well, but thank you, gentlemen, for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe. And I'll be happy to see you next time. Hope you have a good day.